places.
Just want to check. It's on. Yeah.
Oh my god! So it's not on us.
Cast in. No, with the portable setup, it's just like, here, do you want to do a cast? And like, I could be out in a bar or whatever.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, cool, where do we book the studio? I'd be like, no, right now. Let's go.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's so much better.
It's on the go. Like, that's really
Yeah.
cool. That's actually, now I get that. Yeah.
You want to start the cast officially with a high five? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
This is Andy Kelly.
What up, what up? I do like high fives. When I meet someone, I get this like very intense urge to high five them. Like, they can't leave unless I get a high five, essentially. It's a comfort thing.
Andy is a musician, a songwriter, composer, performer. Have I missed any titles?
No, I think that does it. Yeah. I actually do a bit of painting as well on the side.
And video editing.
And video editing.
Absolutely.
Well, you're almost forced to do so, but I do enjoy it. Like, I do enjoy video editing.
I notice. I mean, you go deep with the edits.
Yes. Well, like maybe too much. I think I overcompensate the lack of quality of camera, you know. I'm using like a very low, I'm using like quite low quality cameras, so I'm kind of like, I gotta make it cooler looking, you know, cover up the bad pixelatedness and stuff.
I think that's a kind of a good way to be creative, because if you film with a little, like, not professional phone, in the edit you're forced to make it really interesting.
Yes, yeah, and that's art, you know. That's where art lays, is where you're in this corner. You got to work with what you got. You know, you're creating something out of nothing, essentially. You know.
Exactly. One reason why I like to highlight your music, Andy, is because it's very, very quirky and it's not commercial. And I feel like a lot of, like, if you were making commercial pop songs, it'd be more like digestible, and people like, oh, he has a song about drinking in the bar. And it would be so digestible and easy that it would probably. So therefore, I think quirky artists are actually deserve more attention, because the natural, like, average listener isn't going to share it.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Well, there's always this kind of against the grain kind of vibe of trying to like stick out from the crowd, kind of cut through the noise, and that's where that kind of sense of quirkiness comes from. Yeah. I guess sometimes I overhear, or like the radio, it can be like the songs after listening to it, they kind of sound the same. It's kind of rare that they mix and stuff like that. And I got bored of that. I wanted something more like, you know, when I'm trying to write, like it's hard to be satisfied with just two chords, or, you know what I mean? I gotta add something into it that has Andy in it, you know what I mean?
And for whatever reason, Andy is quite dissonant.
The name itself.
You got those devil chords.
Yes. I do want to add a bit of attitude to it. Yeah. Like I think, in fairness, to be a little bit dark about it, with the world where it is at the moment, I feel like it's a bit more appropriate to be reacting in a more aggressive way, you know what I mean, rather than, you know, we aren't like, it's not exactly all fairies at the moment, you know. So it kind of, you know, I want to be kind of, I take the angle of like, I'd like to, like, if people hear it, they'd be like, oh, he's with me, oh, he understands, you know, I'm like, he knows my struggle, you know what I mean. That's what I'm trying to get.
Right, that's fascinating. You don't want to see war being broadcast on the news and then listen to some happy-go-lucky,
do you know what I mean?
Popping bottles in the club kind of pop music.
It's a weird dystopian when you see it, you know what I mean?
But you're being reflective of the times.
You know,
you're expressing what people are probably feeling without the ability to express it with music, like you're
doing. Yeah. I try to get a bit more aggressive in there, you know, and push a drive, you know, when things are bad, it's good to get a bit of into you, you know, and get through it, you know, and come out a better end of it, you know?
Is this a vision that has developed over time recently, or is this always, have you started with like the inception of this is what you want to do, reflect the times in a dissonant way?
Well, yeah, like it wasn't always, no, I tell you, it wasn't always. It was a bit more personal at the early stages of my music. I kind of used it for talking and stuff. And then when I learned like about the world and everything, it was particularly actually when I got playing with Dale and Grunko Funge, learning how to write with Dale kind of taught me how to express that end of things and be like, I remember like we wrote this song Step Right Up, and it was like an ode to the losers and to the outsiders and stuff that like, come on up, we're here, you know what I mean? There is space for us, don't be scared, you know what I mean? Please get up, you know? And so it kind of came from that of like, you know, calling people up, you know what I mean?
The underdogs.
You know, yeah. So I'm being kind of going at that like maybe like, I don't know, like 4 or 5 years, probably a bit longer now.
Did you ever go back and listen to what you were up to 15 years ago musically? Is it different or is it the same or?
It's more complex now. It's definitely more complex now. I wasn't singing. I did, my first time recording was actually over in Italy when I was seeing a girl.
Nice.
Take
a loop.
I got an iPad and this iRig, and there was no mic, and so I only had guitar input, and this like GarageBand had like a drummer in it, that like an automated drummer that would like listen to your track and play behind it and stuff.
Yeah.
So I played with that a bit, and I wrote a few songs recording there. I got to listen to them not too long ago, and it was they kind of stick around that one riff. You know what I mean? They don't expand. You know what I mean?
No B section.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a real quick pee, okay? Little break.
Okay, you better pause them.
It frustrates me.
Yeah.
The potential of both myself and my friends. And for this cast, it's not about me, it's about highlighting the potential of my friends.
But yeah.
And I look at really, really good musicians who don't realize they're really good musicians.
Yes, yeah,
Or at
exactly.
least they don't believe it's special. Like I watch Dill like fly around the neck of the guitar, and he's like, "All right, I'm just gonna go back to bed now." Like you should be on Slain.
Yes,
Stop messing around.
Exactly. Unfortunately, like that is. Are we recording again?
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's like way too common. Like way too common. When I went to college in Ballyfermot, like that was like that idea of like fame really broke down, because it was like these people who were in the college had major influence on me. Like they were incredible songwriters, you know, and it was like, what? Hold on, wait, but they're like so much better than what I've heard on the radio, and like, you know what I mean? And these are just like diamonds like in the rough that are just like totally hidden, and it just keeps going. You can just keep finding these people who are incredible songwriters, and they're just unheard because of probably through funding, through, you know, the cost of marketing, the cost of like probably money orientated mostly.
Yes, and maybe the security of just having a job.
Do you know what I mean? You know.
Sometimes I think about that in that, well, all they have to do is improve the product, prove the song, prove their album in order to make a living or get recognition from it. But I also, it comes back to the start of the conversation about pop music. I don't think a lot of underground music is as marketable or digestible. Which is why it's even more challenging to really like be recognized, because it's a niche thing, really, what we're doing, I think. So.
It is a bit. Like I think particularly when you're outside of it and you find these, like, it's quite chaotic. There is like quite a lot of, like, when you go to open mic nights and stuff, there is such a wide range of thing. But it makes sense why it would be, because we're all trying to throw stuff at the wall. You know what I mean? Like I said earlier, we're trying to cut through the noise, you know, and you gotta aim. We aim as much as we can, you know, and the more you aim, the more you shoot, the better you get, you know, and that's, you know,
I think we're all experiencing the quantity instead of like really nailing it down to the quality.
Yeah, exactly.
At the end of it. Yeah, every week, let's say, when I was playing in Goldie's in Queensborough Road, you know, there's open mics there. Like,
yes, yeah.
We wouldn't be the finished product. None of us would be. We'd all just be going up and, oh, this is what I'm working on at the moment.
Yes, yeah.
And it's very hard to get the finger out, like.
It is. But like, it's weird because like sometimes the finger in there does help. Like when you see, if you study or look at like successful musicians or artists, it's so there's no consistency in it. The only consistency you could argue is like, is they've come across someone that has money or something like that. You know what I mean? There could be something in there, but inconsistent when you look at like who have lifted to that title. In the early days, they all sound like the outsiders, like us. You know what I mean? They all sound, and then once they get inwards and inwards, they start to sound more and more, you know, and safety for profits and stuff like that. Yeah. You know what I mean?
They have the time and the money to focus on their music, and you know, it got a bit more polished. Yeah.
And that finger, that finger is important to have to find the, like, without that randomness, we wouldn't find something new to cut through it. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? So
that magic sauce of just being a fucking dude.
Do you know what I mean?
Wandering around,
Unfortunately, like when you, or fortunately, you lean into that, you're looking at swinging at all different goals. You're kind of half swinging at different goals, but it's still swinging. You're still swinging. You know what I mean?
And through that process, maybe that's where you find your vision.
Yes, exactly.
Rather than trying to polish off a product.
Do you know, like, never be afraid to stay and like, always move about. It's good to move about, like, not to get too stale. There's a David Bowie quote about being like, you kind of go out to the sea to a certain point where you're just tippy-toeing. You know what I mean? You know, like, I think there's something there, you know, where you're not completely comfortable. You're moving about a bit.
When your feet are just touching the ground, but you're starting not to feel it and you get uncomfortable.
You know, you're playing
the magic
a bit.
Starts.
You know, you're playing a bit. You're bouncing, you know?
That's about being uncomfortable, yeah.
Yeah.
Where do you see your, the epitome, the ideal version of Andy with the Dead Weeds, let's say? What's the ultimate vision of that?
I had an idea of creating, I really wanted a place where big names, big successful names would mix with really small names.
Interesting.
And I'd love to be that part. I'd love to be that where it's like, you know, you've got these big names coming. It would be nuts having big names coming to your show, I know, but it would be cool to be able to mix them both, you know, like for that like to happen, where it's like I create an environment where everyone from all areas is welcome, you know what I mean?
Okay.
I almost would like go as far as like it's outside a lot of the time, you know.
It's at the time, okay.
You know what I mean?
I want to follow your thread and manifest this vision.
You know.
But what do you mean? So you're playing a gig, let's say, with the Dead Weeds. Let's paint the picture.
It's essentially in parks, public parks, essentially, where it's open. It's not in a venue. It's you know what I mean.
Accessible.
It is. You know what I mean? Like it's somewhere that's very accessible to people.
And then famous bands, established artists come to the gig as well.
That's where we're hoping then, is that like when we come to a Dead Weeds gig, that you'll grow. It'll be almost like a garden. You know what I mean? That's what I'm hoping for, is like this kind of like that I've set up this kind of like environment like a garden where you come, you can perform too,
Do a loop around this way.
Yeah.
So we'll finish this thread, yeah. Cool.
Yeah, sweet. We basically, yeah, so it'll be this environment that I love to create where you come and it's not over. Like you come and when you leave, it's not over. Like you can come back and you grow, and it's like, I don't know, you want something more bigger than just a show, basically.
In one show, it's a full thread, basically.
You know what I mean?
Gigs.
You know?
I see. That's quite unique and different to how most people would answer that question. They would probably just say, oh, I want to be famous and sell out Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
But you have this other concept of
a
progressional, what do you call it, like a progressive kind of number of shows, right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. It would be, I wouldn't want to end up in Madison Square Garden.
Really? You turn it down, like, I'm fine, like.
I think there's something, there's a level to fame and quote making it. You're always making it. There is no making it, you know what I mean? You're always doing it, you know?
That's wise.
You know, and that's basically it. Like, Madison Square Garden, yeah, you can do that if you want to consider that making it. Go ahead, you know. But yeah, I feel if you played Madison Square Garden, it will be almost like you've made it and it's dead. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Perfection
like,
is death.
What have I done? Like now, what can I do now? You know what I mean?
Reaching that peak, yeah.
You know, like it seems.
You see it more as a growth over time.
Yes, I'm right. Like, as in, we aren't just this one dead star in the sky, you know. We're fucking. Oh, excuse my language.
Yeah, I've been cursing, it's all good.
My God.
No. It's all chill.
What is it? Yeah, we're all different shapes. We're not just one. You know, we're all different moods, different emotions, and everything. You know.
The magic is hidden between the lines, I find.
Yeah.
That was the concept of this podcast. We talk about, like, in a video interview talking about someone, it's what's actually more interesting is the chemistry and the vibes and the connection and the real. What's hidden behind it all is a universe.
Exactly. Yes.
A fascinating universe.
Yes.
Where we're kind of so focused on like goals.
Marketing. I think it's marketing that has blinded us there. Like it's the lines are marketing, and we got to see between the marketing. You know what I mean, and cut through that marketing. You know.
Almost like you spend all your time aiming for MSG. And you'll miss the music.
Yes, exactly. Legit, like yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Okay. You've kind of given me a nice refresher, actually, a nice reset on that.
Oh, nice.
I define MSG as the goal. Like.
Do you define it as a goal? Yeah. I mean, why not?
I'm a failure if I don't play.
Cool. It has to be MSG.
That's sick, Cass. Thank you so much.
No,
that was Andy Kelly.
Oh, I'm praying God. Oh, help me, please. Gotta make it